just lathering themselves into a frenzy as they try to make their first finals appearance in over a quarter century. We will be with you for it all, live from our Hudson Square studio. Did that catch you off guard, Perk? You're feeling it a little bit. You're feeling it a little bit.
I almost got the boost.
We got some champions here. Kendrick Perkins, Amon Shumpert, Danny Green, the champion, the people's champ. You've been up from 8 a.m. get up all the way till SVP.
I don't got the rings.
Maureen would disagree. You're our champ here, Brian Windhorst. I'm Malika Andrews. Like Wendy, the basketball, it never stops. It feels like the champs, guys, they don't stop either. They're finally starting to look like the defending champions we've come to expect. The Thunder, they struck back last night. Maybe struck a little bit literally there. But the moment of the game, it came from Stephon Castle.
Get that baby out the street.
Hey, Sean, you want to see a dead body?
Duncan all over Isaiah Harden. We're going to have much more on that, including Wemby's reaction later in the show. But meanwhile, SGA, he looked more like himself in the first half compared to game one here, Perk. He racked up 15 points, 6 of 11 shooting. He carried the Thunder here, but this was an important moment. Jalen Williams headed back to the locker room with hamstring tightness. He did not return to the game. Shams is here with more in just a little bit, but in the third quarter, the Spurs down 3. Wembanyama drives Brian, misses the basket, gets his own rebound.
So nasty. He knew he was going to miss. He faced it right away.
And by the way, he became the first player since Kareem to average 30 and 20 over a 2-game stretch. You like that?
I like that.
And he's taller than Kareem there, too.
Dylan Harper, he comes down from this play a little awkwardly, right?
Bad news bears.
One more look.
Bummer.
Yeah, he would leave the game with a leg injury, and he didn't return. Life, though, with Wemby on the bench, that's when OKC was able to do their damage. Here,
Damn. And close that door.
Loses the rookie Carter Bryant.
Close that door. Wow.
And then the next Thunder possession, SGA dishes to Chet. Y'all were asking for more.
Here we go, Chet.
SGA like that.
There you go.
So this has been the story, right? The Thunder shot 63% in the non-Wemby minutes, 44% when he was on the floor.
That's
so
huge.
to the final frame we go. SGA drives. Little floater high over Victor Wembanyama.
That's his bag, Perk.
Yeah, it is his bag. But look, they did a great job, but I love this play right here where they able to clear out the side, get that isolation.
Yeah, Jared McCain was calling for the ball.
Calm down a little
Stuck
bit.
his foot in the ground like a Texas running back.
There you go. So the Thunder even up the series. Here's Shea after the game.
Waking up this morning, we were probably more desperate than they were. Like just naturally, because we had to get this game or else we go on the road down 0-2. Every team has their identity, and when they impose their identity more than the other team does, they usually win, no matter what level or what stakes are in the game. And tonight we just did a better job of that than we did in the first game, and that's probably why we came out on top. Tonight wasn't good enough to win the series, and we know that. So we'll take the W, but we got to keep getting better.
That's a pretty invigorated SGA.
I agree.
I don't typically hear him with that sort of authority right after games. There's a lot.
Not typically playing against Wemby either.
That may be true. There's a lot to dive into, Perk, I think, from this game. What do you say we start here with SGA?
Yeah, so they've double-teamed him 53 times in 2 games. So he knows it's coming every possession. And he was like a pitcher who was changing speeds. He was moving at different speeds. He was moving where he was going. He wanted to be unpredictable, so they couldn't get into a settled role where they were double teaming him, and that created lanes. He approached this game like somebody who didn't want to be double teamed. I felt in game 1, he allowed the double team to come. He's like, I'll just pass out of it. This one, he was like, I'm going to be the aggressor first.
Yeah, I thought that he did an incredible job. He must have just lived in the room watching film. I don't even think he went to the gym to get ready for game 2. I think it was all about watching film, learning how to pick his spots and say, these are the spots I need to get to. I think there was a conscious conversation that happened with Isaiah Hardenstein to say, hey, keep him engaged so I know where he at. I just need to know where he is so I can get to my spots. If you notice, game 1, they had a lot of times they put on the brakes just because they're looking for Wemby. They don't even know where he at. They're just looking for him and looking over their shoulder. Everything became decisive as soon as SGA got
No, you're right. And look, he's gonna have to continue to be great in this series. Like SGA, 25 or less, they're gonna lose the game. Yeah. If he scored 25 or less points, they're gonna lose the game. But I gotta show some love to the big fella.
Yeah.
I heard you earlier today saying it was the best best game he's had in his postseason career, Isaiah Hardenstein.
Come on now.
The man was in the trenches mixing it up.
Come
and
on
I know
now.
they got a lot of mad San Antonio Spurs fans out there and they feelings because he was touching up Wemby. But what you thought he was going to do? It was a must-win situation. And when you in the trenches, you go tangle up offensively and defensively.
Yeah.
I thought he did an outstanding job of holding Wemby up and letting Shea be able to operate, keeping the body on him. And he did the perk screen.
Like, I have to hold myself.
Not the Gortat, the perk screen.
The perk screen.
Oh, yeah.
I have to hold myself accountable.
Wow.
Because a couple days ago,
we talked about
the two wing defenders with the rings over here said, go big on Wemby. And I said, I think the Thunder wings can hold it down.
Yeah.
Mark Daigneault, who's also got a ring, agreed with these two guys and went with the big man. And Hardenstein's impact on this game was enormous on Wembanyama. Look, you're never going to beat him going the same way. They're going to probably go back. But Wembanyama in game one was dominating in the paint. He had 13 baskets in the paint in game one. This is how you get to 41 points. All this drives against those wings because that's what they did. They were just trying to body him. Then last night, with Chet Holmgren and Isaiah Hartenstein as the primary defenders, he couldn't get in there. Look at how much fewer. Look, not just the makes. Okay, obviously the makes are different. Look at the attempts.
Right.
How many fewer interior attempts? And with the injuries to the perimeter players, he's going to need to do this even more. And they're going to, I think, stick with Chet and Isaiah on him.
Yeah, I mean, again, we spoke about it the other day. You were like, Chet's got to take the challenge. I don't want to see Isaiah Harden. I said, there's got to be a mix. They did some guards, they did some bigs, but Isaiah was huge on impact, and mainly not just by keeping him away from the basket, but his offensive rebound. You guys can play the clip of how active he was on the glass. Him giving him second opportunities. He had 8 offensive rebounds. Right. Obviously, he's shooting that floater from the free throw line, from behind the basket, but this is where he impacted the game the most. Because when Wemby goes to help, you got a free lane to not only cut for dunks, but to get your team a second opportunity. He just kept the ball alive by getting on the glass. Did you see roaming around? Wemby's off the floor right now, but these are opportunities for these guys to get another chance at on goal. Setting screens, rolling hard, giving Wemby body, boxing him out. Look, now Wemby can't catch the ball because he's being physical with him. Again, same thing right here. Gets into his body, spins juice, and gave him second opportunities on the glass.
But yeah, that's what I like about it. They made him have to be part of the primary action. So it's like, okay, cool. You can go over there to help. But every time you go over there to help or do something, we're going to you're now the mistake. So now Wemby gets to go back and he has to make his adjustment personally to say, hey, this is what they're doing to me to keep me away from the game. How can I still do my thing and get mine, but be there for my teammates without making an error? Because that's what they're doing now. You do that, you run over there, chase behind that, we're going to duck that in. Now, as soon as you get out of that action, the rebound might not come to Isaiah this time, but you damn sure about to be 15, 16 feet away from the rim now.
Well, look, SGA, Isaiah Hartenstein get all the praise in the world, rightfully so, but we damn sure not about to start this discussion without mentioning Alex Caruso.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, Alex Caruso, he's been the second best player on the Oklahoma City Thunder in these conference finals. And the way he's been producing on both ends of the floor, he's knocking down three-point shots. But when you talk about being a game changer, when you talk about coming in and stepping in the big moments, like he's already, to me, just from watching him in this series and in this postseason, he's top 5 role players of all time.
Come on.
I'm putting, not real talk, I'm putting him up there with Robert Horry, Derek Fisher,
there you go.
Danny Green.
Okay.
Like in order to make that top 5, you got to have multiple rings.
Yeah.
He has 2 championships. On the Lakers, he was a huge X factor. And it just brings me back to the moment of last year in the semifinals against Jokic in Game 7. How he's just a Swiss Army knife. This man will cut you everywhere but loose. So I'm looking forward, right? We don't know the status of J-Dub, but can Alex Caruso bring 24 points per game that he's averaging at the crib? Can he bring that on the road?
Well, we don't, but I know someone who may. We were talking about the physicality of these games, and there have been casualties to that, as you mentioned. J-Dub is one of them, also Dylan Harper. So let's turn to our senior insider, Shams Charania. We saw both of those guys leave this game early here, Shams. What do we know about both Dylan Harper and J-Dub's status here for Game 3 and beyond?
Malika, I'm told Jalen Williams underwent an MRI late Wednesday night after the injury took place, and doctors are evaluating the imaging on that MRI today. His status for Game 3 is up in the air. The evaluation also missed extended time with a right hamstring strain. So both hamstrings have been implicated at different points so far this season. On the other side with the San Antonio Spurs, Dylan Harper underwent an MRI on his right hamstring earlier today. The Spurs are awaiting word on the diagnosis from that MRI. He played 25 minutes in Game 2 before the injury. He started in Game 1, but we'll know soon here, potentially before the end of this show, on both J-Dub and Dylan Harper.
All right, and Shams, we will continue to check in with you as these two injuries become a little bit more crystallized and we understand what their diagnosis could be and how long they could miss. Appreciate the insight here. Coming up, though, let's get to the East, because if you missed... you know when you're a kid, Perk, and you're like around an open flame and your parents say, be careful, you don't want to get singed. Brunson burner? I mean, he went straight at the beard here in Game 1.
He got torched.
I'm adding that to my vocabulary.
Singed?
Keep going, Malik.
Well, this is the definition right here, what Jalen Brunson was doing in the fourth quarter. Just attacking.
Cooked is what you're looking for.
I take back that he played decent defense. I'm sorry, Dan.
2 minutes later here.
It was the effort. He just died on too many things. He slide, and then he would just die on the next move. It's got to be a conscious effort to stay on somebody's shoulder at the end.
Well, this is right here, the next possession again. Brunson isolates Harden. Take a listen to what James had to say about guarding Jalen Brunson.
I mean, he made some tough ones. But obviously, we all know he's a great one-on-one player, and I think anybody on an island, it's going to be difficult. So we got to do a better job of making sure he sees bodies. On the other end, they do a good job of supporting him and helping him when he's on the island. So he made some tough ones, but we got to do a better job as a team, just because it's not a one-man job.
I agree, James. We all got to do a better job. We can't just let him go one-on-one on the island.
I like that you say we. Like you're out there.
We agree.
Like you're out there as part of the Cavs defense.
No, we.
Kenny Atkinson don't agree, but we agree.
It's he.
By the way, Amon, these aren't replays. This is the same thing over and over again here. Here's Kenny Atkinson yesterday.
One thing about James, I'll just defend him. He's a good isolation defender. Always has been. He's super smart. I said it last night. He's got great hands. The fourth quarter, they were in the first percentile shot quality. See, we have data you guys don't have. First percentile. So our process was right. They made some tough shots.
We actually have some of that data. Let's go inside the game. It's powered by ASW. So Kenny Atkinson said the Knicks made tough shots in the fourth quarter on Tuesday night. He is right? According to Inside the Game, powered by AWS, New York shot nearly 19 percentage points above expected in the fourth quarter. It's the third highest differential in any fourth quarter all season long.
Forget that.
I appreciate him defending James, but I don't think he's one of your better ISO defenders and always has been. You got to send help. And that's not those 1 percentile shots for Jalen Brunson. Like, he's good at making tough shots. Obviously, he was getting really good at it, and looked like he was in the 90 percentile. Like, he was shooting 90% from the floor while James was guarding him. Yeah. So you got to change the matchup. Regardless if you think they're 1 percentile or not, you got to change your coverages and throw something different at them.
Yeah, James, I love you, dog. I have known James to be a good post defender. Mm-hmm. You can leave him in the post. He doesn't need a double in the post because he's actually stronger than he gets credit for because he sells a lot of calls. But isolation, it's not that he can't move, it's that he don't really have a plan. He's letting Jalen Brunson dictate the dance. You can't do that. You have to take something away. You have to live and die with something. And right now, Jalen Brunson can go whichever way he wants. There's no way he gets to drive with his right hand and end up on the left side. That means he blew by you completely. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm driving past you on this side, how do I end up over there? That means there's no effort, minimal effort. You got to be on the right side of him. I know you had 5 fouls, but I don't think they wanted you to foul or come out the game. I think they wanted you to stay in the game. You can play a lot tougher defense. I ain't going to lie to you.
3-time NBA champion, 1-time NBA champion, 1-time NBA champion. We know what elite defense look like.
Oh, yeah.
We know what one-on-one defense look like.
Oh, yeah.
We know what effort look like. So Kenny can have all the data, whatever he want. My 2 eyes told me I saw something different in 4K. And what I saw not only James Harden being a liability on his one-on-one defense, I saw James Harden making bonehead mistakes throughout the course of that game in the fourth quarter, giving up that three-point shot to Mikal Bridges
Strong corner.
in the strong
We keep
corner
talking about it.
was crucial. What are you in? This is not a trap. Is he in drop coverage? And then look at this blow by. No second effort whatsoever. Okay, cool. Here we are. He's containing. Okay, he gets out of the trap. What are you at right now? Your man is in the corner. You're in no man's land.
Yep.
This is a rule in every locker room. Never to give up a strong side corner three. They cut the game to 3. Here we are again. The film don't lie. What are we in? Is it a drop coverage? Because it's damn sure not a trap. Okay, no communication on the back side.
Contest.
You know why though?
Gotta contest.
You gotta contest, but it's no communication because guess what? Kenny, who's protecting James, he didn't want to use none of his timeouts to say, hey, you know what? Let's do this, or let's huddle up and see what kind of defensive adjustments
say it like
we
it
can
should
make.
be. Call the timeout, Kenny, and curse him out.
Yeah,
That's what it is.
But then on the flip side, he has to stop this. This protecting James Harden. James Harden has looked horrible in Game 6 of last series, Game 7, and Game 1. Oh no, he has. It was horrible. Seven was horrible.
He didn't bite him in the ass though.
It was all about Donovan Mitchell and Evan Mobley and Jared Allen.
But he didn't turn it over.
Okay, that's cool. Okay, but what I'm saying is at this point, you got to be careful because when you go out on a limb too much to protect one individual, you might lose the rest of your locker room.
You ain't lying.
Like, at this point, you're starting to throw guys under the bus. Oh, our backside and our hip side need to be better. Do you realize the Knicks spread the floor? They got Karl Anthony Towns. So Mobley is on the perimeter.
Without a doubt.
Like, Kenny, stop lying, bro. Stop lying to us. You're telling nothing but lies, and the truth ain't nowhere near you.
Well, I'm dressed like a lawyer, so I'm going to tell you that what he's doing is he's doing what a defense attorney does, which is says stuff that's accurate but not true.
He's calling for less defense attorney and more defense, period.
Right. So the things that he is saying are accurate. Like, for example, he said that our help defense...
Stretching the truth.
The help defense could have been better. That's true. That they really lost the game on offense. That's true. But the way that he can help him the most is by coming up with something tonight that doesn't put him in that position again.
Yeah.
They have to be better.
Sitting him down?
No, we'll see. Traps,
He can't
hedge.
sit him.
What you mean?
Sit him.
But that's the only way to hide him.
He can't sit him.
You can't help him no other way. James, you got to help yourself. It ain't no help. It ain't no help.
I see people saying this. I got to tell you, sitting Harden is off the table. They need him on offense.
That's the only way to help him, though. The only help
they
you're going to
gotta
have
come
is
up with
you're
a
going to
better
have your
scheme.
right foot and your left foot slash. That's it. I can't help you, son.
Wendy reported a couple of days ago, they basically got a verbal agreement for a contract extension. You know what I mean? They can't sit them.
It don't matter.
We got another hour and a half to decipher what could look different for the Cavaliers tonight. Well, the Thunder, they still have that championship belt. And, you know, they went a little WWE yesterday with Wemby in Game 2.
Like the wrestler we brought in here, right?
Well, yeah, the Danhausen, the curse that he brought us. 1 point game here.
I didn't like the P.
Neither did I.
A little physical here. They're making it tough on him. Okay, Chet.
This is what you were asking for.
We're asking
Chet.
for it. There you go.
You wanted to see more. And then once again, just keeping it out of Victor's hands.
This is what you guys have taught me as players about how accumulated contact matters.
Mm-hmm. It frustrates you. After a while, you want to react to it.
You always want to touch them up. Yeah. You always want to touch them up. No free runs, no head starts, none of that.
And it made all the difference here in Game 2.
You want people to say that you was fouling. Hell yeah, I was fouling. Yeah, I fouled him. I hit him. Ref didn't call it, and we gonna keep playing like that.
Playing like that, maybe pulling a little hair like that at times.
Oh man,
because he still gets stuff done.
Here's Victor Wembanyama after the game. All right, Brian. So how do you think Victor is going to respond here as the series shifts back to San Antonio?
Well, he needs some help. He needs some help to get these guys off of him.
Yeah.
Somebody's got to come in there because I appreciated that the Spurs did not complain about officiating last night. Because games of Thunder have played like this, where Shea's at one end getting free throws, and at the other end they're playing a different game. We've seen a procession of coaches and players come through that interview room and complain about it. I appreciate that the Spurs didn't complain about it. However, they probably should have.
Yeah.
Because if the Thunder are allowed to play Victor like this, it's going to benefit the Thunder. So while he doesn't have to say it to the officials, He needs somebody else to come in and clean those guys off.
He said it. He said it to the officials already. He threw an elbow against the Minnesota team that let everybody know, you clean it up or I'll clean it up. So I expect when they go for game 3 for Victor Wembanyama to get what he wants as far as getting to the free throw line if they're going to continue to play like this. I just think he's going to make sure to say, hey, I'm watching film. I see what y'all did. This is how I'm going to attack. I'm going to come out aggressive so the ref will have a chance to blow the whistle. If they don't blow the whistle, this is why big men do big men stuff. That's big man stuff. Get out the way.
It is. It is. And look, just because they didn't say anything out loud doesn't mean they're not doing things.
Definitely sent the
tape
in. Yeah.
Tape was sent in during the game. So I expect a whole different type of officiating come game 3 in Wemby's favor. Not saying that he didn't deserve it, but they're going to keep a close eye on it. Not unless they do like me and Zach Randolph did in the playoffs and met with the refs and say, hey, let us play. You know what I mean? We don't want these calls, but. That was another era.
But Perk, this is the way you played.
It is.
You played this way going to multiple finals.
No, I did.
But that's why he's allowed to play that way. If you have a consistent rapport of playing like this, they ain't going to bother you.
They ain't going to bother you.
OKC.
But what I will say is Wemby reminds me of a lot of, guys when we grew up. Mm-hmm. You got in a fight with somebody and you took a L, every single day you see that person, you go continue to fight them until you get your win. That's how Wemby mentality is. So make no mistake about it. When he get back to San Antonio for game 3, it's going to be hell and hot water for every single person on the Oklahoma City Thunder roster. But we got to give a lot of credit because he got to figure it out. Right? Like Isaiah Hardenstein, the physicality, and we know you could use. What's up, Malik?
You said it earlier in our show that this was the perk screen that Isaiah Hardenstein was setting.
So I got a confession.
Okay.
Let me get my Usher bag real quick. I got a confession. KG actually started this screen with him and Rondo. I stole it from KG and brought it to Oklahoma City. You feel what I'm saying? So, and here it go right here. Yeah. It's just occupying Wemby when he doesn't have an opportunity to block shots. Look, creating driving gaps. Look, pushing them out. There you go again. Wemby don't have a chance to contest. And so, here we go, Sean. Back when you had the fro. Check out your boy Big Perk right here, Wendy.
Look at it. Just beat your man. That's what he used to tell me. Beat your man. Worry about your man.
I used to do it for Russell Westbrook as well. Here go the film right here again. Hold up screen.
Oh, is that Bassey?
I'm saying just get downhill. And that was on Rudy, by the way. That was me tangling up with Big Rudy. Go another one. Hey! And you just get downhill. Right? So I think they found something there to eliminate Wemby from having a big defensive impact. Yeah. But then on the other side, you can run pin downs for Wemby. You could put him on the ball and run screen and rolls. There's all type of stuff.
That's the best thing about Wemby. He's able to go from blocking a shot to leading the break to doing. They took his transition away. So they actually put the hole in his game where it's like his motor is what makes him so good. Yeah. He could be there for a block shot, stunt and recover for somebody else or three. It's like everything he does on one possession. And it's like Hardenstein said, no, one action, forearm. That's it. One action. I'm going to hold your hand.
Right. But it's not just help. You're saying that he's going to need some help. If this is going to be the way that the Thunder are going to defend him, he's going to need assistance. And part of that is personnel, right? Yeah. Turnovers have been an issue for the Spurs. And against the Oklahoma City Thunder, that's something that is going to continue to be a problem, particularly if they don't have De'Aaron Fox. Mitch Johnson, the head coach of the Shams Charania is back with us now. Shams, what do we know about De'Aaron Fox's availability for Game 3?
Look, De'Aaron Fox will be a game-time decision again in Game 3. It's a high right ankle sprain that Fox is dealing with. He suffered it during the Minnesota Timberwolves series. He actually played through the injury, and I'm told he aggravated it in that Game 6 against the Timberwolves. Dealt with some more swelling. He obviously missed Game 1, missed Game 2. So we'll see closer to Game 3 on whether he's going to be able to play.
Anytime you hear high ankle sprain, though, Shams, that's something that oftentimes takes a little bit of time here. And without De'Aaron Fox, it's been Stephon Castle who's had the ball in his hands a lot. He's a young guard. He's turned the ball over quite a bit in these first 2 games, and he's going to be looking to clean that up here in Game 3. But he also gave us a gift in Game 2.
Oh, yeah.
He gave us the highlight of the night.
A baptism.
The highlight of the season, maybe.
Highlight of the playoff history. History of the playoffs.
Just
Gotta keep that
detonated
boy off that rim.
on Isaiah Hartenstein.
You gotta make a business decision if somebody gets to their launch pad.
You better believe they're going to move out the way next time.
It's one thing to get a poster in transition. It's another to get it in the half-court set from the dot.
Well, Danny, you texted us that this was the nastiest you've ever seen from a guard.
Yes.
So that inspired our
In
producers.
the history of the playoffs.
This is what our friends have dubbed the greatest playoff posters of all time. So let's just weigh in on how high Castle can climb on this list. Yes. All right, at number 10, how about rookie Jason Tatum?
Okay.
On LeBron.
A little bumpy. A little bumpy.
I had front row seats.
Gave him a bump afterwards.
Yeah, a little chest bump after.
Little chest bump.
The rookie,
Little boy.
not afraid of one of the greatest. So, do you think that Steph Castle was better than that dunk?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Absolutely.
So we're taking Steph Castle. How about LeBron James?
No regard.
On
No
10
regard for human life.
That was nasty, too.
That's what Doc get for taking me out the game.
So, Castle or LeBron on Garnett?
Castle.
I'm going Castle.
Wow.
Now, LeBron's moment was better.
Now, wait a minute.
This is a better moment. It's an iconic moment.
Kevin Garnett, Hall of Fame.
He got another one, though.
How
we
about
know which
this
one Brian got.
We got Kobe on Steve Nash.
On a little guy. It's nasty. Hung on the rim.
Kobe on Steve Nash, taking a charge, went so very wrong.
Because of how hard he dunked this ball, I'm gonna give it to Steph.
I'm going to Steph.
Wow, we're still riding with Steph Castle. All right, how about this one? MJ on Patrick.
Oh, this one.
I remember that was
iconic. This is iconic.
In the Garden.
Pat is upset.
Though it was iconic, I realized after rewinding a lot.
Yeah, now I want to hear Shump talking about his hero. Okay, Shump, where you got this or that?
Listen up. Yeah, give me Steph Castle.
Steph Castle.
Okay.
What?
Yeah,
John Morant.
This is the closest one. Oh, that's the closest one.
On Malik Beasley in 2022.
Yeah,
that's the closest
great.
one.
Yeah, that's great.
That one is a tough 50-50.
That's great.
But because he's on a 7-footer and he jumped, I'm going with Steph Castle.
Look how far away Ja
got
is.
that one. That's full extension.
Ja's got this, but Danny still says Steph
And this
Castle.
is the one. That's the one that I said is this is neck and neck. No nasty.
Birdman went to his neck.
So you're saying that Steph Castle, or are you saying Paul George?
I'm going with Steph Castle.
I got playoff P on this.
Okay.
I remember this.
I thought playoff P was a negative thing. That's a good
Oh, it's
thing.
a negative thing?
It could
think it is.
However you want to proceed.
All right, how about Baron
Now,
Davis?
this is a moment.
about this.
This was a
Take
moment.
the jersey out.
How
Take
could
it out
you
of the
forget about
shorts.
this? This defined
God.
a legend, a generation
Somebody
of Bay
call
Area
timeout.
fans. Which one you taking?
I'm going Steph. I think BD's moment was bigger. It was a better moment
And
at
he had better
home. He had
home
the crowd. He had the crowd with him.
Yeah.
But the
They
dunk
love
itself,
Steph is
They called a foul.
All right.
the dunk itself.
May I offer you T-Mac
Oh, yeah, this was nasty.
baseline
Nah, that won't be enough.
It was
on Sean Bradley?
Won't be enough.
7'6" Sean Bradley.
Yeah, because he didn't jump.
Yeah.
He
didn't allow him to get up.
Just pause that, like, right in the middle.
Body
Yeah.
to body.
Just pause it. He didn't jump.
We going by.
All right.
Castle.
How about Lister the Blister?
Oh, yeah, this one.
This one was pretty
Come
good.
get this. Cuff link. Come get the cuff link. Come get it.
That's nasty.
Cuff links. Oh, my Lord. Ed pointed at you. Yeah, home run swing.
But it wasn't.
Rayman.
It wasn't that.
Yeah, you get kicked
It
out the league
wasn't
if you
They
point
had
at somebody
more
now.
swag after, a little more
I
animation
only got one
after.
more to offer you to see if
head
you
is
still
above the
think
rim.
that Castle sits above the rest. Scottie Pippen on
Come on.
Pat.
Oh, yeah, here we go.
Come here, Pat.
I'll give you this one. I'll give you this one.
And then he
Scotty
tells Spike
P.
to shut up.
And he
I
said
ain't
we want a
gonna lie.
box.
Yeah.
Sit your ass
Hey,
down.
Danny, if you,
I remember
if you take that one over, if you take,
I'm got Steph.
man, you tripping.
There is nothing like New York City when the Knicks are rolling. In Game 2, it is a hot ticket. Look at this jump. That's the average price.
Well, Hannah.
$1,300. That's according to Vivid Seats. Although Shump, he gets the hookup courtside, through the team.
Little love.
We're joined now
Shump paid those prices.
by a regular of Celebrity Roast, star of Curb Your Enthusiasm, Susie Essman. Thank you so much for spending some
happy to
time
be
with
here.
us.
It's a
We
good-
are so happy
time to
have
be a
you
Knicks
here
fan.
on NBA
I wanna
Today.
tell you, Malika geeked out.
Oh, yeah,
and
for sure.
Susie
I did
came
geek
to
out.
the green room.
There's very
Right in the
she
episode
was
mode.
very excited.
The one episode? Anytime you go into that
When you
mode?
go into episode mode, you know you are a true fan, and that is what you have with the New York. How long have you been going to Knicks games?
Oh, God. I became a Knicks fan in 1971. 1971 is when I first got into basketball.
Yeah.
I grew up in Mount Vernon, and we had the number one team in the state that year in 1971. And my boyfriend was very into basketball. So, you know, it's like 15, whatever, however old I was. So I'm giving away my age. So I got into basketball, and they were great in those years.
Yeah.
In the early 70s. 73, we won the championship. Haven't since then until 2026.
And
we'll see.
All right. Now, speaking it into existence in 2026, you've gone to a whole lot of Knicks games in those, I'm not going to say how many years that it's been. Is there somebody that you think, I mean, when you think of the celebrity row at Knicks games, that you think is the biggest, the best? Who stands out to you when you think of
in celebrity row?
Yeah.
Well, Spike. I would have to say Spike.
Of course.
Because Spike actually, you know, even pays for his seats. You know what I mean? That's how.
That's real fandom.
And he's there through thick and thin. I mean, you know, I'm not dissing Ben and Tracy, but I think Spike is, and he's always outfitted. He's always beautifully outfitted, Spike, in like, you know, the orange and blue and every. I want to know where he gets his outfits.
I think that's called custom.
It's
jump.
custom,
I think that rings of a little bit of a custom outfit there, as he's saying hello to our crew.
And you know, the other thing is, we're talking about, we had a lot of lean years. So when you're talking about thick through thin, there was a lot of thin.
I will say this. First off, she calls Timothy Chalamet, she calls him Timmy.
Yes.
So that's one thing. Secondly, you were an iconic character on a show that ran for 20 plus years.
Yes.
Okay?
Thank you.
And yet, when you walk the streets of New York, do they come up and say Susie Green? No, they say Knicks. They ask you about the Knicks.
Yeah, well, lately, walking through the streets of New York, I'm getting a lot of like, Susie, Knicks in 6. You know, a lot of Knicks love. Because everybody's so excited we haven't been this close. Well, we were this close last year. But it wasn't the same kind of vibe last year as it has been this year. So everybody's so excited. This is a sports town.
Yes.
This is a basketball town. And, you know, I don't know that there's any other arena that is smack dab in the middle of the city like MSG is.
There are many,
the fabric.
but that's okay. There are many, but none of them are quite like it.
None of them are quite like this.
Not like Madison Square
Well,
Garden.
and Shump, you know this close up. I mean, the fans and the energy in Madison Square Garden, it's pretty unmatched.
It's a little different, man. It's I'm, again, born in 90. I'm a Chicago guy. I didn't inherit the story until I became part of the team. And when you do hear it, though, especially in the playoffs, it's like, I can hear we haven't won since 1973.
Yeah.
Like, you can hear it in the screams. You can see it in people jumping up and down. People that are in full-blown suits, wore they real nice outfits. They are jumping up and down, hugging each other. They spilling beers. It's just all love right now for the energy in New York.
But you guys are part of that community. There's this community, and we all see it. There's the community. The players all sit on the baseline.
Yes. Yeah.
Starks and Ewing, and sometimes Clyde Frazier comes.
Stefan.
And then you are down the celebrity row with Stiller and Tracy Morgan.
And sometimes with Larry David as well. We know your dynamic on the show on Curb Your Enthusiasm. What do you say to each other during Knicks games?
We're talking about the game usually, or we're dishing, we're gossiping or something. But, you know, it's so funny because I'll see Instagram posts of us at the game, and the comments are always like, I can't believe they're together. They hate each other. We don't hate each other in real life. It's called acting. Yeah. We're actually very good friends in real life.
But let me ask you this. Do you refer to him in person as La?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
I do.
Wait, we gotta hear it. We gotta hear it. What would you say? You say, hey, La.
What do you mean?
Is that what you say to him? Say, hey, Leah.
Yeah, hey, La.
Right.
Hey, La.
It tickles me so
Look at
much
her.
to hear
Look
it
at
in real life.
But we'll text throughout games sometimes.
Yeah.
You know, but Larry's a diehard Knicks fan.
Yeah.
Diehard sports fan, really.
Yeah.
We talk about sports a lot on set. Is what we talk about a lot. You know, and Larry always thinks that he would be the best coach of anybody.
Oh, does he now? He thinks he would be the best. I think we may have to see that. So, okay, you're predicting or hoping or speaking it into existence that you are going to see the Knicks win their first championship and make it to the finals for the first time in over 25 years, win their first championship since you were much younger.
Can I give a caveat,
Yes.
Malinka? I just have to say, and it's Yiddish, but kinahara, which means evil eye in Yiddish. It's like a knockwood.
Okay.
So if I'm going to say that, I have to say the Kanahara.
So with the knockwood, if Shump and I were talking about this the other day, if the Knicks win that championship, will you, Susie, venture out onto 33rd, venture out onto 7th Ave, and the throngs of fans? Because Shump said he might. Shump said he might.
I would go if he's next to me.
I'll walk you through. All right, so
I
check it
saw
out.
what happened to JR the other night.
No, you got to go for the wide base. That's the problem. He ain't go for the wide base. You got to go wide base. You know what I mean? Like, I would have been security if I wasn't an athlete.
The thing is, and I'm little, I'm 5'2.5", but I have a big mouth.
You got spunk.
So people don't mess with me.
There you go.
There you go.
See?
Yeah, you got to have a face. Got to have a game
Well,
face.
Susie, since we have you here, we thought we maybe would roll through some of the top plays that we put together. These are the best moments that we have in Madison Square Garden history.
Oh, wow.
And we thought we would start with some top slamma-jamma. These are all in the playoffs.
Slamma-jammas.
Michael
Hey,
Jordan.
Excuse me, I got to go back up. I got to go.
So we said top plays in the Garden. This doesn't necessarily just mean from the Knicks side of
Hey,
things.
they say it's a basketball town. That's what we want to see.
It is
Great
a
basketball.
basketball town. All right.
You remember this one, though? Hey, with the left. Come get it with the left.
John
That's my
Starks
boy.
going
That's my boy
baseline.
there,
He's a
dog.
great guy.
That's my boy.
That's another, I do
Dunking on my
love
other
being
boy.
there and hanging out with all the players.
See, Susie's never going to want to come back again when we have a whole section just for top pain.
Oh, nah, they bogus. Nah, they bogus for playing this.
He did some
I ain't gonna lie,
damage
they
to us.
bogus for playing this. This is crazy.
8.9 seconds. We're not going to show you the free throws,
Yeah,
but
he hurt us.
so did Halliburton.
Yeah.
You at this game, Susie?
Oh my lord.
Which one was this?
This was the Halliburton, the
Yes.
bounce. You were at this
Yes.
game?
Oh, the
I can't believe.
heartbreaks.
What are our producers doing? I mean, what is going on here?
Yeah.
All
We
right.
had good moments there.
How about some top clutch moments?
Man.
This is Larry Johnson.
Oh, Larry.
LJ's my favorite.
Yeah.
I love LJ.
I mean, a
Sleeper
4-point
hole.
play.
What a doll he
Giving
is.
it back to the Pacers.
Put them in that Nelson, shorty.
Were you at this one? Trae Young driving, and this is the
No.
game-winning floater. Oh, this was back when there was still not a lot of fans in after COVID, but there's been a lot of villains that have come through the Garden here.
And New York will make you a villain.
That
Oh,
is
God.
true.
But this is why I love sports. Because you could be a villain and you could hate and love and nobody gets hurt.
It's because she played a quasi-villain. Of course she likes the villain.
Exactly. But again, nobody gets hurt. You could scream and yell and you go home and everybody's still alive and happy.
Sometimes people get hurt.
Every once
Like
in a while.
JR.
All right, so we know that the Knicks, you were a little bit, you know that the Pistons had their number at some points, but
Yeah.
you were saying you're hoping that maybe this goes to 5 because you'll pull up Game 5 in the Garden. That's what it's
Well,
going to be?
I would rather sweep. I don't want to be selfish here.
Yeah.
I would rather sweep.
But your schedule.
But my schedule, yeah, I'd rather go to Game 5. But 2 sweeps in a row. I mean, has that ever happened?
Well, it has,
Just
but
not for the Knicks.
No, but I mean, in a playoff series, it's happened.
Believe it or not, it's happened.
I just
This is
wanna-
definitely
This
a
is
Knicks
a
fan.
Knicks fan here.
I just want to give you a little perspective.
Yes.
Because I had to play for both organizations. It's hard to win at home. I mean, on the road.
Yeah.
No matter what.
Is this some news you're giving me?
I'm just saying it might be a Game 5. I just don't expect. I don't expect
he's
that.
saying don't make plans.
I'm saying
Yeah, I'm saying keep your schedule
got-
open
yeah,
to
yeah,
be
yeah,
at
no,
Game 5 at the Garden. It's usually.
I plan on 7 if I
I'm
have
expecting black eyes for everybody coming into Game 5. I'm expecting this to be
You
brutal.
two will be next to each other courtside. Brian and I will have the binoculars going, hey
We'll
guys
wave to
down
you
there.
because we're that kind of.
Oh, you are that kind of
Type of
people.
people.
Susie,
Oh, my God.
you are the best. Thank you
Yeah,
so
those
much
type
for
of
joining
people.
us.
Thank you
You
for
have an
having
open
me.
seat on NBA Today. And if you haven't somehow seen every episode of Curb Your Enthusiasm, it's pretty good.
Especially the